How many times have you asked a friend or family member for help and they said, it's fine, just be yourself, everything will work out? Well, I'm telling you, that's the best and worst advice you'll ever get in your life. Being yourself is very essential, but most people are doing it wrong. Most people say, I'm being myself, so I'm not going to take a shower today because I'm not someone that likes showers. Or I'm not going to dress up nice because I'm not going to give in to what society wants me to do. That's not necessarily being yourself. That's just being difficult. So stick around and we're going to talk about how we can be ourselves the right way. Any kind of success, whether that is like material success, whether it's success in a relationship, I mean, you can easily meet someone, whether it be a job, whether it be a person that you're dating, and you can like put on a show, you can put on a character.
No one cared who I was till I put on the mask.
And that's really easy to do for a couple of weeks, maybe even for a couple of months, maybe even for years, maybe. But eventually it's going to get exhausting to try to be someone that you're really not. So authenticity is really important in life. If you're dating somebody that loves football and you say, I love football too, and you have to watch football with them every week, and you have to do, all types of activities with them every week related to that, and you don't really love it, guess what? That person is filling their cup up. That person is having a time of their life, and you're frustrated. So it is very important to be real. Be real. Wherever you are, be real. And when I say be real, be who you actually are. And who you actually are and who you actually should be is a growing, ever-changing person. You should not be stagnant. You should not say, I'm going to be myself, so I'm not going to grow for the rest of my life. You should never be stagnant, always forward. And that's where a lot of people get things confused. Just because you're somebody that's not in shape doesn't mean that being yourself is your current self. Yourself should be the best version of yourself. So take an example like Oprah, for instance. She started off as a reporter. I'm sure she didn't have as much confidence, as much knowledge as she had, as she has right now. Now, one could say, she's a reporter. She should always just be a reporter. She still has elements of being a reporter, and that's how her show became so amazing. She's an investigative journalist pretty much, and she brought it over to a TV show, and now she's brought it over to just being a billionaire. And I'm sure she uses her investigative journalistic skills to be someone who's just amazing at making money and amazing at making business deals. So I think the key word right here is adaptation. You got to adapt. You have to adapt and change as new information comes into your life. Grow and change and continue to be a better and better person every single day. So guess what? I live, eat, and breathe football. Like I have a football YouTube channel. I love that channel. It's great. I love to talk about football. I could talk about it all day long. Well, guess what? I'm married to somebody who doesn't know what a lot of things in football are. If I told her what a 15-yard penalty was, she would look at me like I was crazy. A lot of people would say, why would you marry somebody that doesn't love football as much as you do? Well, guess what? I can still be myself, and I can love football, and she can love things that she loves, but also we can love each other. There's no issue with liking what you like and being interested in what you like and being connected to someone or something that has different interests than you. There's a lot of toxic authenticity that's happened as a result of like a lot of PC culture, a lot of stuff like that, where now people are just saying like, at this point, I can just be rude and disrespectful to anybody at any time. And as long as it's my truth, I can do it. So I was watching Love is Blind, and there was this person on there, Hannah, and she was dating somebody on there, or I guess engaged technically, but they were on there, and like she was just the rudest, most disrespectful person. Like she would tell this guy all types of disrespectful stuff.
I am a little bit too direct, and sometimes it can come off as like malicious or rude, but like when you know me, you know that's actually coming from the most kind place of heart.
And he would just eat it. And every time he would say something about it, or somebody else would say, hey, it looks like you're being a little like crazy at this point. You're being a little disrespectful. She would say, well, listen,
I just let a lot of things roll off my tongue. I have no filter, and there's nothing I can do about it.
And months later, as they're doing their reunion, like she said, I'm in therapy, blah, blah, blah. I've gotten a lot better. And like seconds later, she's right back to it. And this is what people do, is they hide behind their warts. They hide behind their shortcomings and say it's just who I am. Like, it's just who I am. Like, imagine not being able to swim and saying, I'm just not someone who swims. It's just who I am. Like, that makes no sense at all. So being yourself doesn't mean just approach somebody or just go to a job interview and just say, hey, not much, man, just chilling. Oh yeah, I don't really want to do much work, but at the same time, I want a lot of money. I don't really do want to do much work. And I'm just being honest with you. Like, I don't plan on working a full work day. I'm going to probably work like 1 or 2 hours. You don't want to go to a job interview and just say whatever your authentic truth is, whatever's in your head. You don't want to go up to a girl and say whatever craziness could probably be in your head that we don't even want to talk about here. But you don't want to just say whatever is at the top of your mind, and that's just being yourself. Being yourself is clearly, if you're following here, if you've been paying any attention, it's about adaptability, it's about improvement, and it's about not abandoning your core beliefs, not going back on what is the most important thing to you is what that is. So what does that look like? Sometimes you have to make yourself grow. Whether that could be picking up some habits, whether that could be joining a new group, whether that be anything, like constantly be looking to grow, because you don't want to be 25, 35, 45, and you're doing the exact same thing. Like, yourself should be unrecognizable, like even a year apart. But once you start getting a 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 year, you should be unrecognizable. And if you're not, this is the perfect time to just start growing and being a new version of yourself, being the same person. You still have those same values, and maybe your values change, but you still have those same things that are your principles and morals. You still won't abandon those things, but you have so many more things in your head that you've taken in, that you understand, that have made you an incredible brand new person. Great way to be yourself is not being like everybody else. And how you do that is don't be an NPC. If you want to find out how not to be an NPC, check this video out here.